Okay, I'm back at Alta Boulders. We're flying to Hawaii in the morning. The music's so loud today, I don't know what's going on. Flying out to Hawaii tomorrow, so this is my last quick session. It's 5 o'clock. I'm gonna try and be out of here before 7 for sure. And trying not to pull on anything too hard. Main goal is just to get a good workout in, learn some techniques, and then get home safe so that we can leave. I think I'll leave the house at like 5 a.m. So yeah, let's get it. It's still warming up. Okay, so this one was like weirdly, I like touched it during my warm up and that kind of like did all of it from without the start move. It's a V4 though, which is like oddly easy for Alta, unless the first move is the crux, but yeah, I mean, these holds are great. Yeah, still very chill. This one's a jug. This one's a jug. Yeah, I think this one's got the wrong tag. Good warm up though. E4. Weird.
So the next climb in the warm-up is this pink B3, and I really wanted to highlight the way that I drop my left arm here and then swing it back up. It's actually a lot more efficient than trying to resist the rotation and then reach, versus if you just let your arm naturally drop and then throw it back up, it actually makes reaching for the next hold a lot easier. And I also do that same movement at the end of this climb here, although it's not quite as important. It's just a technique that I like to use.
Stomach hurts.
I then moved on to this yellow V2 slab, and I kind of like to just work slab into the warm-up because it helps me get my whole body ready. Otherwise, if I go straight to overhang, my shoulders and everything start to feel it, my lower body. And it's always good just to brush up on slab technique, trusting the feet. And this one was actually kind of difficult for V2, I thought, especially with this committing last move. And it doesn't look too bad there, but I was pretty scared to try it.
Okay.
This orange is also a V2, and I mean, this first move I almost missed.
Oh, that was close.
It's a very accurate slide.
Oh, that was close.
But once you get that, the rest isn't too bad. Decent crimps, and then you finish on kind of like a weird undercling match, which I don't love, but yeah, it's fine. And then I almost didn't include this part of the session, but I tried to look at this V4, this black V4, and it seemed like something I could do. I saw other people climbing it, but the crimps did not feel good, and I didn't feel warm enough, and so I backed off. I made a decision for me that, yes, I probably could do it if I really wanted to, but I didn't want to. Oh, Al's in the video there.
Oh, dude, fuck that. Hold on. These are terrible. Dude, my feet do not feel good on these. My feet are slipping on both of these.
It didn't feel good, so I just backed off. Doesn't mean I can't climb this V4, it just means I didn't feel like it at the time and just wasn't feeling right, so I didn't force it. I then made my way over to the other side of Alta and got on this blue V3 with awesome kilter holds that I've done a few times. And I remember it feeling pretty chill the first time, and I just wanted to gauge how it felt today. So that's one of my favorite things, my techniques for warming up, is do things you've already done to compare it to how they felt previously. Then you'll have an idea of how you're feeling, how your body's feeling, and it felt good.
Okay, still chill. Just here to climb, have fun.
This red V3 was from the Grit Comp, and it's actually, it feels pretty good up into this section, but then the finish felt way sketchier than I remembered it being. So it threw me off, and I had to kind of stay up there for a bit, take my time, figure it out, and then eventually commit to it.
I don't remember being this scared before.
and it looks chill when I eventually go for it. But like I said, sketchy moves just...
Oh, sketchy. Okay. Whew. Yeah, I think I'm feeling more jumpy.
Then I got on this black V5 that was in our other session video, just to gauge, how I'm doing. Like I said, I like repeating climbs, make sure they still feel the same. But because everyone was watching, I tried to climb a little differently, and I take a bad foot slip there. And that felt really intense on the fingers, and I was not happy about that.
So, not feeling great today. That's just part of it. And what I try to do is, because I know I need to climb something harder than a V3, is I like to go back to ones that I felt good doing the first time. So the black one I just did still felt pretty chill. I had that bad foot slip because I tried to go slower and controlled and didn't work. But yeah, and I'm gonna try this yellow one that felt really chill last time, and hopefully it feels pretty good and kind of helps me keep warming up. So I've only taken like 1 minute of rest, I think. Not as chill, but nothing crazy. So I just had the realization that, like, not feeling good, and had to chuckle, and I realized I'm still cruising V5s, which is kind of crazy for what I think of myself in my head, because I guess everybody has that imposter syndrome as you progress. At least I do, or I still think I'm like a V4, V5 climber. Clearly I'm not. All right, let's just have some fun.
So as I was warming up, I did see a few people working this blue V5 and kind of having trouble with the crux move. I had seen Jacob's video get posted and he said it was fun, so I thought I would try it, but it did look pretty intimidating. I knew there was going to be a big move, but I wasn't quite sure on the beta, and so I kind of hesitate throughout my flash attempt, but pretty happy with it overall. So as always, especially with non-in-cut, non-positive holds or like flat edges or slopers, brushing makes a big difference. You'll get way more friction out of your hands, your skin, your feet even, if you brush some of that extra chalk and grease off. So it also helps you learn the holds. So as I'm brushing each hold, I'm getting a really good sense of the actual angle, like everything about the hold. I know more about the climb because I brushed it. Plus it gives me that extra time of resting. So I just came from a different climb. Every second I'm here brushing is a second I'm not climbing without resting. So,
Spiel.
Alright, so as I step up to it, I'm not even totally sure on how to do the first move feet-wise. I choose to go no feet, or smear I guess. The match is intuitive, and then the big reach out felt pretty cool, pretty hard. That bump felt pretty intense. These edges were not super positive. Kind of hit my toe there as I go for the heel, and I go for this intense match and bump. Bring the left hand back and set up for this big move. A lot of people just skip that right hand.
Okay, that's one way to do it. Wow, I felt like I had to squeeze really hard on those holds. But going out right did help me set up a little better, because I see people skipping that hold and just going straight up, which I know I could do. I like dynos, but maybe that was more intended, I'm not sure. Boop, 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 boop. Okay.
After sending and flashing that blue V5, I was feeling pretty good about myself. I didn't feel as strong as I wanted to on that climb, but having flashed it and being able to work out a beta that felt difficult, but I was still able to execute, I then decided to return to this blue V6 on the prow. And this was something that we first saw in the grit comp. It was set for the grit comp. Uriah got really far. He got almost to like the second to last hold or the second pinch up there. And I tried the start and dropped the first move. And I decided it wasn't worth the energy during the comp, and so I didn't try it again. But today I was feeling like if Uriah could get that far and we climb around the same level, I think if I can stick that first move, I'll have a good chance of at least getting to where he got. The very end had a crux where a lot of people were cranking on a really intense left heel hook, and I just injured my left knee, so I didn't want to do that. But I figured just try it, do the moves, see how it feels.
All right, if I can do the first move, that's progress. Oh. Oh. Nice. Okay, cool.
Nice.
I guess, yeah, once I could do the first move, I flashed the rest of it. Yeah. Yeah, the right hand pinch was really good. And I wasted time because I had a knee bar under the volume when I was trying to go to the left pinch. And I couldn't reach, so I had to come back down, undo the knee bar. And I still had energy to do it. So I think I'm gonna call it there. It's 6:30 now. And yeah, got the early flight in the morning, so pretty good session actually. I felt terrible, my stomach still hurts, not sure why, kind of gassy. But yeah, new V6 ticked off, that one, pretty cool. And one that I saw a lot of people falling on to where I felt like it was impossible and kind of cruised through that section, so makes me feel pretty good. Definitely got that imposter syndrome going to not feel like I'm stronger than a V5 climber, so basically flashed it. Sick. All right, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe.